Hi people, it's Mambo Sandy, and today, if I can stop my mouchoir from having a spirit of its own today, um, we're gonna get into spiritual fraud, and not in the sense, and I guess in different couples of ways. You have to be careful where you're getting your information from. Okay, I know a lot of you want to be involved in the spiritual community. A lot of you want to serve the spirit, be it Loa, be it Orisha, okay, be it Mpongo. But you have to be careful where you're getting your information from. Because as of late, you have a lot of people jumping online, creating blogs, creating YouTubes, getting on Periscope, and they're talking about things they do not have a clue about. And I can say this because if you're not an initiated priest, priestess, or you're not an initiate, and you're not speaking from your own point of view, and when I say an initiate, meaning that you've been initiated on whatever level, or you served whatever spirit for a very long time, and even then you really don't know, to be able, as far as an initiate is concerned, and when I say an initiate, I mean someone that has not had more training to be able to look and see if that's what things are. Okay, a lot of people out here are telling you what you want to hear, and that's spiritual fraud. Okay, because they're misleading you and they're giving you information. So I'm going to clear some things up. I have another video coming, but I'm just going to touch on this. The Orisha and Loa are not gods and goddesses. And this right here is how that rumor is spread that we serve more than one God. We serve Loa. Loa help us. We help them back in return. The same thing goes with Orisha. One hand washes the other. Okay? They are not gods and goddesses. We don't have anything to do with the new age religions. That cannot be brought into what we are doing. Okay? There's a lot of nonsense that's being circulated online about certain Loa, which I'll get into later, and Orisha, and it's not true. And a lot of their information, they probably went in Yahoo groups and got, or different things like that. And every, I'm going to say spell, Wanga, Ebo, guess what? It has its time and place, and sometimes it's custom to a person. Spiritual fraud. Next, keep this rolling. If you see this on eBay or Etsy or someone's site and they're not a Hungan or Mambo Asagoya Sapuen, run. Just run. Just click, go away. All right? Because there's a lot of that going on too. My godfather spoke about this maybe a year or two back. All right? And the situation is getting worse because people think that this is a get rich quick scheme. This is my tradition. Okay? And maybe other people are not going to speak up about their Loa or Orisha, but I am, because I am considered one of the guardians of said tradition. When I decided to become initiated and become a priestess, it became my job, my responsibility to protect my tradition. And the nonsense that I see going on is horrible. And I really do wish that the Loa would start punishing these people, because it's not right what they're doing. And they're making the religion look bad because they don't know what they're doing. And they're causing people more problems, twisting them up, not giving them proper information just so they can get some coin in their hand. And it's just not voodoo. It's all over. Next, for my new spiritual workers out there, spiritual fraud. Be careful of these clients if you don't, if you have other ways, I'm gonna tell you something. I didn't listen to when I first, I think it was like last year, I said I wasn't gonna accept PayPal from new people. I didn't take my own advice. Okay. You know, a lot of my new spiritual workers out there, you'll see people talk about, oh, spiritual workers doing this, spiritual workers doing that. You have a lot of clients that do a lot of nonsense like chargebacks. And let me tell you something. A lot of times PayPal is not on your side, sweetie. Okay? That's why I put the information up on my on Facebook, because I don't want any of my, be it you like me or not, if you work hard for your money. And it's not right for someone to come and make you do work. And because you don't, a lot of this happens because we as spiritual workers don't sit there and be on the phone for hours and hours and hours and hours and minutes, when a lot of some of these clients want us to, or we don't answer texts, or our time is limited. We have families. Okay, so I'm warning you right now. I'm going back old school. My clients that I've had for a while, they're cool. But anybody new, and you know, I didn't listen to an older spiritual worker that said to me, y'all want too much convenience. And with convenience comes problems sometimes. Our work is not respected. And a lot of times people look at us, it doesn't matter if you ever spoken to these people or not. People look at us African traditions as basically not real. Okay? Because here's why I say that to you. When I first met my first mentors and people that have helped me in my spiritual journeys or journey, I respected them because I knew in my heart of hearts, but I wasn't going to take no chances anyway. If I disrespected them, they could definitely mess me up. Because if they could make my life good, they could make my life bad. So if you have clients that start getting fresh with you, or especially their new clients, I mean, there's misunderstandings and miscommunication sometimes. But a lot of these new clients, some of them want you to be a lapdog. They want you to be a trained monkey. And then they don't listen to what you tell them to do. The first time they don't listen, I'm going to say, be aware. Because if they don't get the result that they want because they didn't listen to you, or they took a shortcut, or whatever the case may be, and you use PayPal, my people, my new spiritual workers out there, and my spiritual workers, my co-workers, okay, telling you, be aware. Because when I spoke to someone at PayPal, they said even landscapers are getting ripped off. They said tech people that fix people's computers or technology, like I forget what you call it, but they'll fix somebody's computer for them and the person will do a chargeback. That is fraud. And no one is talking about it. People are scared. I'm not. Because what's for me is for me. And what's for you is for you. So I'm telling you to be aware. It's like all kinds of spiritual fraud is being committed from people talking about things that they're not, or sometimes some of these things, they'll dress up to work on your physical eye, because you know your eyes, a lot of times, you know, you don't look past it, and they come on here with these big head wraps and all this African garb and all of this stuff, and you just get misled. So be aware. Do your due diligence. Check and see. Will their godparents stand for them if you decide to ask questions? Okay? But if it smells funky, just go. Before you join a spiritual house, check and see. Don't be so quick to jump. Don't be so fast. It's not a race. My godfather says spirituality is not a race. Take your time. All right, people. Y'all have a good day. And I'm about to roll into the next video. Bye. Be careful out there. Be careful we get your information. Because a lot of people, once again, are talking about Loa, Orisha, and other spirits, and they don't have a clue. All right. More about that next. Bye.